is palpable for everyone here. It's playoff football time, postseason action, descending upon Commanders Field just outside of D.C. Second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Throwing right away is Williams. Flushed out right. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To the air, Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, here's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Williams. Being chased out left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Working out of the gun, Williams. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They go play action. Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Kill. Check smash. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 52 yards. And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd down and 8.
60 Bison. Like 22, he's coming. 19 Wyatt. Bring it. Spot. Hey, check that. Street. Tighten up. Go, Rig. Go.
Off the play fake. Daniels. He's got a man. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, 76 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to...
Williams loses the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up down the left sideline. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
60 Bobcats.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Daniels looking to throw.
Rolling to his right. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Terry McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
3rd and 2. They'll try and throw with Williams. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Williams.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more, here's Williams.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting...
Williams loses the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington.
But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced